Why is it that senior management often talks about change, yet hesitates when it comes to implementing it? This paradox is more common than you might think, and it's worth exploring why that is. You see, when senior management discusses change, they're often met with a variety of challenges, creating a gap between their words and actions. Some of these challenges might include comfort with the status quo, fear of failure, or even institutional resistance. Sometimes, the proposed changes don't align with their personal interests, or they're simply strapped for time and resources. Leadership development gaps can also play a role, as can resistance to feedback and organizational politics. These factors, amongst others, contribute to the paradox of change in senior management. They create a complex web that often hinders the very change they advocate for. But fear not, these challenges aren't insurmountable. Let's dive deeper into each of these reasons to understand this paradox better. Firstly, we have the comfort with the status quo. Change is often seen as a step into the unknown. It's natural to resist it, clinging to the familiar to avoid potential risks. Next, we have the fear of failure. Senior leaders might worry that unsuccessful change efforts could blemish their reputation. The higher up in the hierarchy, the greater the perceived stakes. Then, there's institutional resistance. Even when leaders genuinely desire change, the existing culture may put up a fight. Breaking away from established norms is no easy task. Moreover, the lack of alignment with personal interest can be a significant stumbling block. If proposed changes don't match with senior management's individual goals or incentives, the drive to push those changes forward could be lacking. Also, let's not forget the time and resource constraints. Pressing issues and daily operations can eat up most of senior leaders' time and resources, leaving little room for change initiatives. Leadership development gaps can be another hurdle. Leaders might not have the necessary skills or training to effectively lead change initiatives. Resistance to feedback is another pitfall. In an environment where feedback is discouraged or not well received, leaders may struggle to recognize and address their own areas for improvement. Lastly, we have organizational politics. Conflicting interests or power struggles within the leadership team can create barriers to cohesive and consistent change implementation. These are the main reasons that could explain why senior management often talks about change but hesitates to implement it. In conclusion, while senior management may talk about change, various factors can cause hesitation when it comes to implementation. Comfort with the status quo, fear of failure, resistance from the institution, misalignment with personal interests, time constraints, gaps in leadership development, feedback resistance, and organizational politics all contribute to this reluctance. These hurdles, though formidable, are not insurmountable. What other reasons have you seen based on your experience? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. This video is brought to you by Varun, Dhingra. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions.